Good evening. J-Rock in the building. How y'all feeling on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon? Just in the lab, working on some stuff. How y'all feeling today? Today I'm live on a couple of different platforms. It's been a while, so I got some time while I'm prepping for tomorrow's technical situation. So I decided to go live and do some testing. So if you got any questions about live streaming, any questions about audio gear, speakers, lighting, any of that cool techie stuff, computers too, I guess. I still love computers.
DJ J-Rock.
That's my name. How y'all feeling today? So if you tuned in, let me know where you're coming from. Far as I can tell, it seemed like I should be live a couple of places, but we'll see. You're checking in from YouTube, be sure to holler. If you're checking in from Facebook, and actually, let me look and see what Facebook is looking like. Facebook been tripping with the live streams lately. They not showing your boy no love on the live streams. They've been tripping like crazy. So I'm just in the lab testing some stuff out. Nothing too serious. So if you tuned in, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know how the video quality is. If I'm not mistaken, right now I should be live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, I guess. It's so many of these damn platforms. And so, oh, okay. I thought something was missing. I'm missing something. Where's my logo? Let me turn my logo on. Okay, here we go. Now we're good. So I'm just testing the video quality to see how it's going to come out across the 3 different platforms that I'm streaming. Actually, 4 different platforms that I'm streaming to right now. So I should be able to see comments from everything. Damn, I need some water. Is anybody down here? Oh, they all got ghosts on me. What's up, Madman Media? Morgan State alumni, DJ Greg Boogie. The original DJ from Strictly Hip Hop. That's what's up, fam. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by and checking in, man. That's pretty dope right there. So where you living at now? I'm actually, I guess I'm cross town from Morgan. I guess I'm over what they consider over west. If I'm not mistaken, I think Morgan is over east. And so, yeah, I'm in the lab, man, just doing some testing. Oh, appreciate that, fam. It's like I just been trying to get back into doing more lives, and I'm bringing back my podcast pretty soon, the Everyday DJ podcast, I guess, with some tweaks to it. I want to get more into more detail into the technology side of things, because it's like at this point everybody, I can't say everybody, but a lot of people know a lot about the DJ business. I see a lot of people on my timeline on social media that just flourishing with the tech and everything. with the DJ business. Duration time before comment hides. 15 seconds. That seems like a long. 15 seconds is cool, I guess. So I'm sitting here driving. I'm working on this situation in real time, just doing some testing. So you're in Columbia, South Carolina? That's what's up. Now I got somebody to holler at when I come down that way. Come down south to the Carolinas. I actually been looking at property down in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Figuring out for when I finally retire what area I want to settle down with the fam. Down south, you can get so much land at a great price. You know what I'm saying? Here in Maryland, jeez. I know down south, 300 grand will get you a big old piece of property. 300 grand here, get you a townhouse. Depending on the areas, of course. They got some hidden gems sprinkled throughout Maryland. But yeah, I'm actually looking at, been looking at the Raleigh area. We was looking down in the Myrtle Beach area. We're looking in Norfolk, Chesapeake, Hampton, Newport News, Suffolk area. Looking at, just been looking, doing some research. You know, nothing is set in stone yet, but just weighing the options. Because in a couple of years, I'm going to be retiring from business and working and doing shows, getting money and all that stuff. And be ready to relax. That's the goal anyway. That's the goal, to retire in the next 3 years. But for now, I'm going to thug it out. He says down south starting to get expensive. Not like Maryland though. I was reading an article about Georgia, how some of the communities look so nice, but it's people that'll drive up in the community and kick in your front door. I was like, that's crazy. And so, yeah, but today I got a few minutes. I was like, you know what? Let me go live, see if anybody got any questions. While I test the system out, I could do some real-time tests. Today I don't have an engineer that's running the system for me, so I'm trying to do the comments and run the system and the technology and all that stuff at the same time. Chesapeake, Virginia is nice. I know a lot of people in Norfolk State when I was younger. I always visit that area. Chesapeake is one thing that I dislike about Chesapeake, Virginia, and that's Chesapeake, Virginia police. When I was younger and living down there, it seems like every time I went to Chesapeake, I got pulled over for something. And I don't remember getting many tickets. I think I may have gotten one ticket out of being pulled over like 30 times. You can drive through, I know back in the day, you drive through Chesapeake, it was a high probability that you was going to get pulled over. What's up, K Graham? The cameras, I actually love them, man. I actually love the cameras. I got let me see if I can show you. This is one right here. This one has a wow, what is it? I forgot the lens that's on it. This one was the Olympus. This is the Olympus. And this one has a Panasonic lens on it. And it's two different lenses, two different focal lengths and everything. But I tried to get them matched up as good as possible. Let me see if I can show them to you back to back. And so that's two different cameras, two different lenses. But they're side by side. This one is a little further back but zoomed in. This one is a little closer but zoomed out. And they're being controlled by the system. I got all that working remotely and the tally lights and all that stuff. But I like them a lot. I like them a lot. I like them so much I'm gonna get a third one if the wife don't kill me. Yep. And all right, here we go. Oh, he says, Madman says that was Virginia Beach police for him. You know what? Back in the day, we used to drive through Virginia Beach and just hang out and chill. But they passed some law that you couldn't drive up the strip twice in an hour or something, or 30 minutes or something like that. Not even realize it could take Atlantic Avenue. It could take 30 minutes just to move 25 feet. It would be so bumper to bumper with the traffic. And so since then, I stopped going. But I don't know. I'm actually on vacation this week, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yep. So for those of you just tuned in, my name is
DJ J Rock.
Represent the Power Jam DJs and the event stream team. Speaking of live streaming, I guess we could talk about that for a minute. Live streaming is one of those cool things that, we've been doing for quite a while now. We started live streaming back in, I want to say, well, it go further back than that, because I was live streaming with just audio back in 2003. In 2005, we started live streaming with video. We started live streaming in our recording studio, production sessions and recording sessions and stuff like that. I appreciate that, K Graham. Yeah, if you ever have any questions, man, feel free to hit me up direct. Either comment on the videos or hit me up on Facebook. I'm Jimmy Reed on Facebook, and I'm all about networking and building. So started live streaming 2000 video 2005, 2006. I know you guys remember Ustream. This chair is not too comfortable. I need to replace it. So we was playing around with Ustream, and then we built our own little streaming server that we had embedded on our website. That was fun for a while. And fast forward to 2016, I believe, like the spring of 2016, Facebook decided to do live streaming. And so we started playing around with that. And then Facebook enabled RMTP live streams in like late 2016. So we started doing multicam to Facebook. And they were still capping you at like 30 minutes per live stream back then. And then I messed up and got on their list. So we're now on Facebook. No matter what I live stream, they won't let me have on my account, on my personal account. Facebook won't let me have but a few viewers at a time. Where YouTube and Twitch and the other sites, it's a little better. And so live streaming has just become a passion of ours, where we decided in 2017 to spin live streaming up as a business, as a service. And so, and that has been cool doing that. And so that's when we kicked off Event Stream Team. So live streaming for me is really something that I really, really enjoy doing. I didn't think that I would enjoy live streaming events as much as I like DJing events. And I kind of DJ since all of my life. But live streaming has really become something that I really, really enjoy. And it's just so easy to do.
Stop lying.
Nah, it's not that easy. It's easy to pick up your phone and just go live on Facebook or something. But to live stream events and people's special days have a certain amount of stress that comes along with that. And so we also do virtual events using Zoom and other platforms. And so I never thought that back in 2014, I used to host Zoom meetings for DJs, and I would host meetings maybe sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. And like we would have these DJ meetups, and we would spend hours on these Zoom meetings just sharing information about the DJ business and all that good stuff. And fast forward, now I don't think I do a Zoom unless I'm getting paid to be on a Zoom. I produce Zooms. That's like one of my main incomes now, is producing Zoom events. And I guess doing it free for so many years, that's gave me a lot of time to practice. And we started live streaming the Zoom type events and stuff back in 2016, we started doing that. And K Graham says, do you get a lot of requests from others to live stream their events? That is a great question. That is what we do. We actually own www.eventstreamteam.com, and we come on site and we live stream events. We bring out a full production team, cameras and sound and screens and you name it. And so we live stream a lot of events. The biggest event we've ever live streamed had 1,000 people in the facility. One of the most complicated events we live streamed was just 2 weeks ago. We did a multi-city poetry tour, and we did that in 2 different cities back to back. And so Friday night, you take everything you set up, you stream it live, you tear it down. Saturday morning, you go set up, do the same thing. Set it up, stream it live. And so between virtual events and live streaming, we probably do anywhere from 15 to 20 virtual events every month. And so that's any combination of going on site and streaming, that is producing Zoom events, that's Google Hangouts, webinars, hybrid events, from weddings to corporate. Our core business has been, wow, I can't even say core business, because we do a lot of personal, a lot of corporate, weddings, educational stuff, conferences. So to answer your question, 99% of the live streams that we do are for pay and for other people. That's why here lately I haven't been having time to do my podcast or do random live streams like this, because we've been busy. And October, November, and first 2 weeks of December, we're booked solid for the most part, with some scheduled days off. Now, how long does it take to set up and break down? It depends. It depends on the production, the level of production that the client requires. So, for example, if we come in there and we bring in 7 cameras, 8 cameras, we're doing sound. We are running the sound for the live, as well as the sound for the front of house. If we're doing graphics, it could be anywhere from, on the smaller side, about an hour to set up. If we're doing trussing and moving heads and all that stuff, it could be like 5 hours just to set up. So it just depends on the production level. Because coming from the event production side of things, DJing and doing event lights and light shows and all that, we still have all of that inventory. And so some of the events we do, we don't just live stream it. We do the room treatment as well. So it just depends. But if we're talking about just live streaming, anywhere from an hour to 3 hours, depending on the production. Live streaming is a way to really share valuable information. It gives you an opportunity to get instant feedback and engage immediately with the viewers, your future clients. Like right now, via this live stream, I'm talking to Kay Graham, answering questions and things like that. And so it's just really, it's a good tool to be able to get your product or your service out there, or just any information that you want to share. Appreciate that. Where are you located? What city and state are you located? Because if you're close by, I'm in Baltimore. So if you're close to the DMV area, we could definitely collaborate and build. It's definitely a great tool for getting your information out there. Also, it's a live streaming your event is a valuable tool to not only save you time and money, but save your customers time and money. For example, pre-pandemic, everybody was coming to conference rooms and boardrooms and meeting for an hour or 2 hours. Now with live streaming and virtual events, the event stream team has been able to put together situations where you can still meet, share information, share ideas, come up with solutions, come up with designs for products and all that good stuff, and be able to do it so while removing the barrier of distance. And so, while at the same time, now that in some places COVID is a lot better than in other places, you still can meet face to face and still do virtual. And so that's something that we're going to be doing. Wow. Every Monday and every Saturday, we got some stuff where every Monday for the next year, every Saturday for the next 6 weeks, we're doing virtual type situations where we're saving people from having to travel. Live streaming your event is a good way. Is a good way to network and not just build a fan base, but find new business partners and all that great stuff. Live streaming, I would say, like for example, 2 weeks ago, I was doing a system test and went live. A stranger saw that live of me testing the system and called and asked for more information. We're doing an event for that person coming up in November. And so it's just the networking opportunities, the sky's the limit. And especially when you get to some of the platforms like Twitch and Twitter, because I know Twitter just recently getting rid of Periscope, phasing out Periscope and implementing the live streaming platform services directly on Twitter. That's going to be huge. And for the people with products to sell, Amazon Live. We got a client where we produce a monthly Amazon Live for. And so they got their own product, and we go in with 6 cameras and we convert their conference room into a production facility. It's just so many options. And with the event stream team taking care of your technical requirements, we take the guesswork out of it for you. What is your basic equipment list for a small outdoor festival? Couple of questions. Small outdoor festival. How many people going to be in attendance? How much area you need to cover? Are we talking small as in backyard, small as in football field? Because even down to that level of detail, it matters. How much cable? Are you going to be running fiber optic cameras, or are you going to be running HDMI? Then you cap that safely, 25 feet. Some people can do longer with HDMI depending on the cables, but those cables get quite expensive. So it depends. But I would say minimum at least 2 cameras, at least 2. But also it depends on their budget. What I recommend is definitely working within their budget and starting out your business charging what I consider a real price. I always say, because a lot of people try to stay in other people's pockets. I don't want to charge so much. I can't charge that because I don't know if they can afford that or not. You can't do your pricing based on what you assume people can or cannot afford. You got to do your pricing based upon what it costs you to deliver your services. For example, if you're going out there with an iPhone 4, you're going to charge iPhone 4 prices. If you're coming out there and you're bringing 4K cameras and you got a whole production team, you got to pay your team. You know, you got to pay your team. And so you want to be able to charge a rate where you know that you're going to be able to pay your team and that your business can cover its overhead and you can make a profit. Said you're trying to get ready for the next shutdown. Oh man, I don't want to even think about any shutdowns. That just scares me. Now having to think about another shutdown, but we should definitely be prepared. Just looking at what these numbers are doing. And cameras. What other cameras do I like to use? Wow. Cameras has been a really tough thing for me. What I've learned is that there is no perfect camera. There is no dream camera. I've tried probably everything from $50 webcams up to probably $8,000 cameras. And I found stuff that I love and hate about all of them. And so what we've ended up doing is having different cameras for different situations and using a combination depending on the event, depending on if it's indoor, depending on if it's outdoor, if it's low light, if it's bright light, you know, do I need ND filters, you know? It's a whole, and so there's no one recipe that I would say would work for every event or every building, every football field. You know, I recommend definitely approaching each event as an individual event and with an open mind and just going in there and taking notes and trying to figure out, you know, as far as this client is concerned, they want to accomplish A, B, C. In order to deliver those results, I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, whatever. And so that's something you definitely want to keep in mind. So the festival is going to be on a football field, about 200 people. SDI will do the trick. The main thing with that is just running the cords, the SDI cable, in a way that people are not going to trip. And so that's the main science with that. That in itself can be kind of tricky. And also, if it rains, you want to have a rain plan. In the event of rain, you want to be able to break it down and get the hell out of Dodge pretty quick. Live streaming is definitely one of those tools that you can use to increase the attendance at your events. I had this conversation about 2 years ago. I was talking to a client and he had a person there, and the person was saying you should not live stream your event because if people can watch it live, they're not going to want to buy a ticket and attend that event. And so I asked the person, how many data points do you have to prove that point? They said we had a such and such event, and we live streamed it, and a lot of people didn't come out. So you just got that one event that you're speaking of and that you're using as the baseline for your data? The person was like, yes. I said, interesting. So you're just telling him that because of your one event that you didn't have good attendance for, that he shouldn't live stream his event. So then I asked, how many people attended your event via the live stream? So she said, well, we averaged about 13 people. So I was thinking, okay, so how many people showed up physically? She said 100. And so I was like, well, so that's 113 total attendees. How many people did you have show up the previous year? And she said about 150, maybe 200. I said, did you live stream the previous year? They said no. So if you only had 13 people on the live stream, I doubt seriously that it impacted your attendance for that event that you were speaking of. If anything, I didn't say this to them, but in my head I was thinking, if anything, your piss poor marketing for your event may have been the impact of people not showing up. But that's a whole nother topic. And so, and we were standing there, and in this particular event, we had streamed for this client the year before, and it was funny as he was finished talking. One of the ladies came up and was like, last year I saw the live stream and I'm here this year. Y'all made me buy a ticket. So I was like, that's perfect timing. So this person saw the live stream and purchased a ticket to attend the event because they had fun watching the live stream. And so live streaming is a way that you can drive attendance to your in-person events. The event stream team will come out and stream that joker, and yeah, we'll do that. And so, but that's the beauty of it, though. That's the beauty. It's another tool, but still you need your basic marketing to be on point for both your live stream as well as your in-person event. You know, you can really drive attendance, and don't even talk about, you know, selling tickets to the live stream. You know, we do that as well. And so, but what I say to anybody that produce events, that has a venue, use live streaming as a way to get to know your audience. Be interactive with the platforms that you're on, as far as engage in the social media aspect of it, engage in the chat room and all that good stuff. You can actually bring in games and karaoke. You could bring in a DJ to spin on your live stream. You know, this is all stuff that we have firsthand, real world production experience with. It is so many opportunities out there to get your product, your brand, your service, your name out there. And hosting a talk show is one of those. You can have a breakout room at your next event where you're interviewing the party goers, or you got somebody dedicated that's talking about the experience, that's talking about how great the food was, so that your catering vendor, that's talking about how awesome the clothing is for your vendors that's in selling products, how great the natural oils smell. You know, it's it's a way to use live streaming to really to take your events to that next level, especially the hybrid events. Now you could do that. That is a great question. Do you help your customer improve their live in-person event, or just what they have? That varies per client and what the client wants. Because we can come in and turn a basement into a ballroom. You know, it's like we could come in and really bring the accent lights, bring the up lights, and bring the sound. So depending on the client and their budget, we can definitely help them improve their in-person events. That's where we got started. That's DJ B Love. That's one of our live systems that we take out to events. We produce a TED Talk, and this is a venue that we turned into a TED Talk studio. And so it's definitely things that you can do to really give your customers value, to really improve the quality of their live streams. And also, you got to keep in mind that this isn't a service that you can go out and do right for $500. You know, you can't go out for $500 and do this. You know, the production level is more that thousands of dollar type situation. If you're going to do it professionally, you know, you want to make sure that you got your business continuity in place. And on the flip side, if you're that client looking to hire somebody, you know, you want to make sure that, you know, they can actually deliver on what they promise. And for the people doing this promising, you want to make sure that you're learned on the technology, that you practice, that you research, that if you don't have the experience yourself, that you get a partner, you team up with somebody like the event stream team and J-Rock to really help you deliver your services. Because at the end of the day, it's like you got to step, when you decide to hang that shingle up, whether you're DJing, whether you're cutting hair, whether you're a caterer, whatever service you provide, you want to make sure that when you step out there to deliver that service, that you are exceeding the culture. You're not just out there trying to make a quick buck. You want to put quality first. You want to put professionalism first. Hell, some people said we too professional. Some of our peers say we're too professional. And to them, I say, okay, whatever. You do you, and we're going to do it as professional and as high quality as we can. So that's why, you know, you might not see us at all the big local neighborhood parties and all that stuff, but you're going to see us places where quality matters. You're going to see us places where people care about that end product. So, yeah, man. So this was a quick system test. My name is J-Rock.
DJ J-Rock.
Of the event stream team. In the lab doing the test. Thank y'all for tuning in. What's up to Dean Home checking in from Virginia? Appreciate you. Shout out to K Graham. Thanks for being on the check-in. Feel free, if you tuned in from YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow. That way you can be notified when we go live again. And also feel free to add me on Facebook. Jimmy Reed on Facebook. I got a new Facebook group that I'm gonna be starting pretty soon. Working out the details now. That'll be in the comments or the descriptions of the videos. My homie Dean says he missed DJing. You're welcome, K Graham. Thanks for being on the check-in, fam. He said his emulator is dusty. Yeah, speaking of DJing, I miss, he says Pioneer needs some WD-40. That's too funny. Once COVID finally goes away, we're gonna be doing more non-corporate DJ gigs. I found a local establishment here in Baltimore that we're gonna be hosting a Neo Soul night starting hopefully in March. I'm just waiting to this COVID thing, see if it actually goes away. But on that note, my name is DJ J Rock. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.